Hi guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It's me, Sherelle H, and it's Healing Conversations. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And let's get into this tonight's video. Tonight's video is dying to fit in. Dying to fit in. And I want to shout out to Ayanna Van Zandt. And that's kind of what made me pick this topic tonight, because she did an interview recently talking about how society will literally watch you kill yourself and they won't even do anything about it. They'll just let you die. And it made me think, let me talk about this tonight a little bit about um, dying to fit in. Because a lot of times, especially on social media, but I've seen this in real life too, people will do anything to fit in with somebody. People will do anything to be noticed, to be seen, to be famous. And it's like people have no morals anymore. People will do the littlest things as long as it can get them something out of it, whether it gets them money, it gets them a contract, it gets them fame or whatever, or likes and views. People just don't care anymore. I feel like it used to be when I was growing up. I'm not that old, y'all, but I'm old enough. And people looked out for each other in that era. People looked out for you. People were kind. People were generous. People, if they saw you falling down, they would lift you back up. They want to try to help you. Especially in the era that my grandfather grew up in. I remember my grandpa was just an amazing man. I miss you so much, Grandpa. I love you. I'll see you one day right up there. But my grandfather was a very, very, very generous man. He would tell me stories all the time about his childhood, and my grandpa would help out anybody he saw. He could see a man walking down the road, he stopped the car and let him in, because that's just who my grandpa was. And when I think about that era, people were so kind-hearted back then, and people were so generous. And back in that era, I don't feel like you had to do too much to fit in like how you have to do now. It's like nowadays everything is under a microscope. And it's like if you don't perform a certain way, or act a certain way, or look a certain way, or do something a certain way, everyone's talking about you. And it's like, to me, a lot of people are doing things, even in society, just to fit in because they feel like they have to. They're dying so much to fit in that they don't care about the consequences. I've seen people, even on YouTube, okay, I'm not going to say no names, but I've seen people make fake prank videos about pregnancy, domestic violence, and just certain little things like that, and they think that that's funny. And then when you get into the comment section and you're actually watching the full video, you're seeing the comments where people are like, what kind of video is this? And it's as if they're doing it to kind of garner or snatch people in to watch their videos. And you have people who will admit and say, hey, I make these prank videos because it makes me money. Or you realize a lot of the prank videos are scripted because people are like, well, we've done every video we can. Now we just gonna script these videos and just do what we can. And and it's all because, again, they are doing whatever they can to fit in because everyone else is doing it, right? If you probably look at YouTube is an amazing platform for a lot of people, but there are a lot of prank videos. Like, that's primarily what I see on my timeline. And it's usually from couples channels. No offense, no shade, but it is. And I do follow a few prank channels that are couples, and I love those channels. I do. But I'm just going to be real. But I follow the ones that are authentic. Okay, you got to be authentic over here for me to follow you. And I just feel like, we've gotten to a place where, again, dying to fit in. Let me do these type of videos because it gets me attention. It gets me whatever. You have people out here who literally will be peer pressured into doing drugs because they're hanging out with a bunch of guys or a bunch of girls who are doing it or drinking, and they feel like they have to do it. Then you see videos online of them drinking and swerving, driving a car and doing stupid stuff and being filmed and falling all over the ground. I remember years ago, this is a funny story. Years ago, I was with my friends. We were driving in the city, and I picked up my friends, and one of my guy friends got in the car. He said, hey, I got a friend I want to take with us. I said, okay, cool. We can get in my car. The guy was drunk out of his mind, got in my car, acted a straight up fool. And girl, when I tell you, I went off on that man. I'm like, you in my car, you being disrespectful, you doing too much. He was drunk, I get it, but he was just doing entirely too much in my car. And then when we got him back home, he fell out in the parking lot, y'all. And my friend was like, he does this all the time. I'm just like, really? Really? And it makes me think now, looking back at that time and now looking at this era, people will do anything to fit in. They don't care what they do and how they look. Just like if you look on social media, you see people fighting. That's like the new norm. Let me get into a fight, and so everybody can watch my video and I can go viral. Again, dying to fit in because you got to do something to get that attention. You got to do something to get somebody to notice you, right? So if you don't care if you got to fight somebody or whatever, you got to black somebody eye just to fit in, just to be known, just to be seen. Like, when did society get like that? I mean, when did it make you? It puts that pressure because everybody has that pressure on them because they feel like they have to conform to certain things to be seen or to be heard. And to me, I always tell you guys this story about TikTok, how I feel like on TikTok, again, I feel like I had to conform. Like I had to make reaction videos about celebrities and content creators in order to get the likes and views, and I got sick of it because it wasn't me. I'm doing all this to conform on a website that, for one, I don't even want to be on. Two, I don't even really like that. But I'm doing it just because it's getting me not subscribe, some followers and stuff like that. And that's why I don't use TikTok no more, because I realized like that wasn't even my place at all. That's not me. And I told you guys that's why on here I started doing these type of talking videos, because I felt like, why am I doing videos that don't even add up to who Sherelle is as a person? And this is not even what I like. So all of us have been guilty of trying to fit in with society, of dying to fit in, of dying to try to be something that we weren't. And a lot of times, like I said, when we're doing these things, if you have a good group of friends around you, your friends will tell you, girl, you was doing too much, get off social media. But if you don't, and people see you falling, they're just going to let you fall. They don't care. Because like I always say, a lot of people that watch you, one, they either don't like you, or two, they just waiting for your downfall, or three, they just think that, whatever, it's just normal. And I think we've gotten to a place in society where we think a lot of stuff people do online is normal. A lot of stuff people do in real life is normal, when it's not. Some behaviors are just not normal. They're not. They shouldn't even be seen or tolerated. And a lot of times it's like, who's going to save me? Some people actually do want to be saved, but because there's nobody jumping up to say, I'll save you or I'll help you, it's not going to happen. I know it, and it does go back to, you do have to save yourself. I get that too. But some people actually do want help, but because nobody's offering the help, they're just going to keep falling, because everybody's just, a lot of people, I notice, especially in today's world, if somebody's going through something, they pull out a camera and put it in your face. I've seen homeless people on the street, and I've seen somebody pull a camera out. Well, I helped this homeless man. I just gave him some money. Pulls camera out on the homeless man like this. And the homeless man is just like, staring in the camera. What is he supposed to do? Because you just gave him some money. But why does that need to be showcased? You could have gave that man that money and just told us a story, or not even told it at all and just did a good deed and left it there. But no, a lot of stuff we do now, we feel like we have to fit in. We have to tell our story so everybody can see what we did and that we did a good deed, because we have to feel good about ourselves. And I feel like, again, that's another way of, you are dying to fit in so bad, you have to do these things. At what point does it not get to a point where we start to tell ourselves, like, we can just be ourselves and still be okay? I had to tell myself this year, Sherelle, you're going to go into social media this year being you. You're not going to do anything that doesn't equate to who you are. You're going to do what feels good to you. And if someone else doesn't like it, oh, well, that's on them. I've had to learn that if I have to go into social media, or just in general go out into the world and be something that I'm not, then I'm not being my true self, and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And why would you want to be something that you don't have to be? Like, a lot of people are, it's too much performances going on, too much scripts. Put the scripts down, stop the performances, and just be yourself. But a lot of us are scared to do that, because we feel like if we be ourselves, we got to take that mask off. A lot of us have been wearing masks for so long that when we take it off, we don't know who the hell we are. It's true. We like, who are you? Wait a minute, who are you? So we rather just fit in with anybody or everybody, because that just feels better than trying to be ourselves. And a lot of us don't like to be alone in the room with ourselves, because we don't like who we are. I once dated a guy who literally never could be alone, always had to have people around him. And I used to look at him and be like, why are your friends always here? Why are you never alone? Like, he could not be by himself. Hated it. And I'm thinking in my head, you can't even sit 5 minutes by yourself? If I wasn't there, his friends were there, but somebody always had to be there with him. And I'm just like, really? But to me, that's a problem if you can't sit by yourself for 5 minutes. It's a huge problem when you feel like you have to do all these performances for the world, but inside you're dying. It's a sad day when you want to fit in so bad that you're willing to kill yourself to do it. It's not even worth it. A lot of the people that we're killing ourselves for, that we're doing these things for, they don't even love their own selves. But yet they're watching us kill ourselves, knowing they don't love themselves either. But we're doing all this for them. For what? And then at night when you try to sleep, that pain sitting on you heavy, because you're like, I'm doing all this stuff for this person and that person, but you're still not happy inside. You're dying to fit in so bad for a society that really, at the end of the day, if something would have happened to you today tomorrow, and I hate to be blunt like this, they would not even care, to be real with you. I've seen people die. And I've seen comment sections where people say, I'm glad they're dead. I'm glad they're not here no more. So good riddance to them. They don't care. That's just the reality. I feel like you have to stay true to you. You do. And if you're doing something that doesn't feel good to you, and you're not living up to your best version of you, Stop doing it. Because I'm telling you, when I always say this, when you leave this earth and when you go, you want to know that you did everything right before you left. None of us are perfect, by the way. But you want to know that you lived your best life and you were your true self all the way through. Not that you were living a life that you knew was not what it should be. A lot of people aren't happy with their lives. They don't love their lives. They don't even love themselves. They don't love anything. They got all this money and fame and don't even want it anymore because it's too much. But they're not going to tell you that. And someone once said to me one day, well, influencers and celebrities can't be depressed because they got money. And I told that person, money cannot change depression. That's the stupidest thing I've heard in my life. You can still have money and still be depressed. What does money have to do with depression? A lot of people have money. Hell, I have money and I still have moments where I'm depressed. We all can have a job, work a 9 to 5, have money. We all can have nice things. I got a nice big screen TV. I got all these things. But does it equate to my happiness? No. We get stuff mixed up. People get so caught up in getting the fame and getting all the things that they want that they don't know how to act. They don't know how to act at the end of the day. But when you're trying to live a life that's not meant for you, at some point you're going to crumble under the pressure. Because trying to fit in is at some point, it's not going to work for you anymore. It's going to make you crumble underneath that pressure. Because why are you trying to fit in so bad? And what are you getting out of it? Is it really filling your soul? I always tell people, and I always say this in a lot of my videos to you guys, your peace is everything. Your peace. Do not sell your peace. Do not sell your soul just to do something for another person, something that doesn't feel good for you. A lot of people are doing things as we speak that are killing their peace, but they're still doing it every day. You have a lot of people now speaking out about mental health, which I love because I'm a big advocate about mental health. And I'm glad people are talking on it because a lot of people have hidden that under the rug. They portrayed to the world they were this great person. They were doing all these great things and life was great. And underneath that, it really wasn't what we thought it was. So when we talk about trying to fit in with a society of people, it doesn't make sense. Why are we doing it? What are we getting out of it? What is society... What does society have on us that we feel like we have to perform or be a certain way to fit in? Because are you really being the best version of you? Is it really benefiting you at the end of the day to do these things, to act this way, to say these things? And I feel like to me, it's about staying true to you. Stop dying to fit in. Stop killing yourself to live for a world that, again, like I said, if you leave there tomorrow, they most likely will talk about you for a while and then you won't be spoken of anymore. I'd rather live the best life for me and live the way that I want to live and do things I want to do and be my true self, knowing that when God takes me home, knowing that that's who I was versus being something I wasn't the whole time that I was here on this earth. And I feel like it's all about who you surround yourself with too. I always will tell you guys this. If you surround yourself with people who are negative and nasty and who are not good people and portraying to be your friend, then your life is going to continue to be chaos, confusion, negativity. If you surround yourself with positive people who are uplifting and who have God in them and who will consistently make you feel good, those are people that are going to help you. And it just like dawned on me, like, why are we conforming to something that we really don't want to do? Or if we are doing it, do we even have the right reasons for why we're trying to conform or why we're doing the things that we're doing? And I think a lot of people don't really have the answers to that. Some people do, some people don't, but I always will say and tell you guys constantly as you watch my content that be your true self. Follow yourself all the way through. Do not try to conform to society's standards or try to dying to fit in because you think that that's what you have to do to be this amazing person, because you don't. And that's why I wanted to make this video. I'm glad I saw the video with Ayana because it kind of stuck to me, like dying to fit in, because so many of us are dying to fit in and we're watching. And there's people watching us die. There's people watching us conform. And they know that we look crazy. But they're never going to come out and say, gosh, Sherelle looked crazy doing this video. Sherelle looked crazy talking like this. Because they're not going to do that. They're going to let you fall. Like I said in my last video about watching the company you keep, some people will let you fall all the way to the ground. And then you got to pull yourself back up because they're not going to do it. And so if you don't take anything from me, you guys, just know that who you are is enough. You don't have to conform to fit in. You don't have to be anything you don't want to be to fit in. Just be you, love you, and be happy doing it. Because the right people will love you for you. So do not conform. Be you. And thank you for tuning in tonight, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And sorry my background changed. But I will see you guys in the next video.